Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku has a Guardian Seed Quirk, Part 3. Now, I'm gonna summarize the seeds in general to make sure you guys understand what this is. It's been a little bit since I made an episode of this, so it's a refresher. So you know the basic why is what a seed is from what how a seed created. So every seed has a seed summon that's that's usually a robotic animal of some sort. And Izuku summon is a special case for him and Melissa, because in the last part we made her a seed. So now Izuku is the number one seed in America. Well, in the world generally. So they do have a ranking system between seeds that they can be challenged at any time to take the number one slot that Izuku's been holding for a long time. And and his summon hasn't really been all that. Oh, sorry. And in the news of him being able to summon finally a seed, he finally activated his seed summon. It hasn't really been sorry. It hasn't been spread out a lot. I mean, there's footage of him on the internet. It's going to spread, but not at the moment. Until someone finds it and spreads it all around America and so on and so forth. It goes through that process. Considering Izuku is genetically created to be a seed. As he spends a good amount, not a lot of time, but a good amount of time on Island with Melissa and David. So was his mother. As they finally had to get back, as they said their goodbyes. During this time, during his time at Island, he he was teaching Melissa how to use her abilities and for her to get a grasp of what she can do. As during this time, Lilith and David got really close. Even during this time, Melissa has somewhat mellowed him out a little bit after he saw after she saw one encounter with with someone with a quirk, and he interacted with him very rudely. Uh, she she dragged some answers out of him finally, and he explains his view on people with quirks in general. And so she's she was constantly telling him that everyone with a quirk is not like that, and used to treat everyone with the same respect you treat seeds. As she's trying to dig that into his brain, but Izuku's stubborn. Izuku and his mother go board the plane or a boat or whatever you like to, whatever transformation that you take from my island. It's a it's a moving island, so it does whatever the fuck it wants. So let's just say plane. As they're in the car driving back to Japan, as his mother speaks, she's like, Izuku, before before we get to the house, I'd like to have a discussion with you. As Izuku, what is it, mother? As she hands him a tablet, as it's the footage of the little fight he had. I see. How long have you known? And she's like, uh, a little bit. I knew short time after your last day, before we left to Island. Keep up the good work. As Izuku, what? Don't tell me you put me in that school for exactly, Izuku. Need to keep you on your. I need to keep your fighting techniques. I need to keep you sharp. Putting you in the most worst violent school in Japan is the best place. Considering the same rules that are in normal schools don't apply there. Everyone looks the other way. Even the heroes don't really interact with that school very often. And don't forget, my dear son, you're the number ranking seed, and you can be challenged at any time. Keep that in mind. We might be in Japan, but that doesn't mean they can't come here and challenge you. As Ezekiel cracks a grin, they could try to challenge me, Mom. They'll lose. They might be seeds, but I am on a different class than them. Just don't let your overconfidence be your downfall, son. Mom, I'm confident. I'll give you that. But unlike the rest of these losers, I have the power to back it up. Indeed, you do. Mother always worries. You might forgive me, but I'm still your mother, and I'm going to worry. Don't worry, Mom. I'll be fine. If they did challenge me, it'll make things interesting at least. Because what I got my first day, those kids trying to make sure I knew they were in charge, and I should fall in line. When I proved them wrong, they weren't much of a challenge, even though it was my first time using my seed summon. But that day was the turning point of things are going to change. As Suzuki gets a grin as the car stops, as they get their luggage, the staff gets the luggage as they get back to the house, as they had dinner ready for them. They ate dinner. Sorry, Lilith and Izuku talked some more before they both went to bed. As the next morning hits, as he's on his way back to school in whatever school uniform they try to get him to wear, but he refuses. So, as Ezekiel's walking down the halls, as the other kids from the middle school like, look, it's him. He's back. As some of them give him they're whispering, as Ezekiel's not paying attention to them whatsoever. As they're whispering each other, as Ezekiel can see some are scared, some are relieved, but some are confused, like what's going to happen. As all the kids get quiet as they see the three goons that Ezekiel single-handedly, with Zero, wiped the floor with the last time he was in school, in the dojo training room. As they walk up to Izuku, the kid grabs Izuku by the shirt and slams him against the locker. He's like, you think this is over, kid? Well, how do you think this is over? We're just getting started. You caught me off guard. Next time, you won't be so lucky. As Izuku looks at him, and what are you going to do? Because if you're going to do something, I would love to see you try. After school, new kid. We're going to finish this. I wouldn't miss it for the world. As he drops Izuku, as he walks off, as the three goons, all three of them are smiling because they think they have one up on Izuku. As he's like, huh, Seems like the knuckleheads actually planned something. Interesting. Maybe today won't be as boring as I thought. As Izuku's walking down the hall, as he sees some kids just bullying a blonde-haired girl, as they refuse to give her books, her book bag, everything. Her books are in her book bag. Guys, they're just being a dicks. As Izuku walks in front of it, grabs the book bag, turns over to the bullies. Leave now. As they run off. As he hands the book back to the young blonde. Don't get me wrong. I have no problem ignoring things. Sorry. As he's like, don't get me wrong. I didn't help you because I was trying to help you. I just can't stand people like that. I still despise you cork people, but I've been nagged at to try to be nicer. Word of advice, whoever you are, don't let people walk over you. The moment you let them walk over you, the moment you lose. He gets close to her as the girl, is nervous. She doesn't know what to do. But for a quirk person, you don't seem that bad. A little scared. Black. Something about you. It's different. Don't know what. Oh well. As he goes back to his regular distance from her. Well, catch you later, Blondie. And yep, the bell rang. Yep, and I'm late. As Mina Kirishima and his sister sees Izuku for the longest time, as like, oh, he's back. As he sits in his seat, as by happening, he's like between Mina and Kara. I think that's what I named her. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I strictly remembering her. Sorry, remembering me naming her that. As as Izuku, as Izuku looks back at Mina. Yeah, what is it? Is everything all right? You kind of been gone for a while. As Izuku puts his feet on his desk, as he's like, oh, nothing much. I had to take a trip to Island. As Kara's like, Island. Yeah, family had business over there, so I had to take a little vacation from school for a little bit. But for your question, I guess I'm okay. Don't know how to respond to that. As Kara's like, something's wrong. You're not insulting. You haven't insulted us even once since you've been here. Yes, I'm trying something new. Being nice. Don't know how I feel about it. Teacher slammed his ruler against the board. You three, pay attention. As Izuku, sorry, Sensei. As they go back to their activities, their sorry, their class. As lunch rolls around, as Izuku's just sitting against one of the walls outside somewhere. As Kirishima comes walking towards Izuku, as Izuku's like, "What do you want, Kirishima?" And as he's like, "Don't be like that, man. I'm just concerned. You're not your usual chipper self. I wasn't sure if you were serious. What you told my sister." Yeah, I'm trying the nice approach. I mean, I could stand being the presence of you Cork people without, insulting you 24/7. So I could at least try. not doing that as much. Even though even though I know I'm superior to your all your quirks because these are better, but we'll not get into that discussion. As Kirishima is about to get up, Kirishima, are you planning to go to UA? As he's like, yeah, man, I'm definitely going. As he's like, huh. As he's like, give me your number. As Kirishima's like, what? I want your number. Come on. As he gives him his number, as Easy gives him his, he's like, what's this for? So I get a hold of you so we could, so I could have a sparring partner during the training. Trust me, man. Any training we'll go through will be a lot more better than you would have access to. You know, me being the whole rich kid and all. So as he's like, yeah. Speaking of that, why are you at the school? Clearly, you come from a wealthy family. Mom, my mother wants me going to the most violent school she could find, just to keep me sharp. Apparently, my mom does that sometimes. She fucking loves sending me into different areas for like tests. She's always keeping me on my toes. Doesn't your mother do the same? As she was like, no, my mom does nothing like that at all. Huh, that's strange. So my mom was your typical mother. No, man. Your whatever you have going on with your mom, it's nowhere normal. As Isiki kind of laughs, as Kirishima, as this is the first time he actually had a whole conversation with Kirishima. He's like, you know what? You're not that bad for a quirk person, after all. I despise a whole lot of you, but I could tolerate you. As he's like, thanks for the chat, Kirishima. Maybe we'll do it again in the future. It's time to get back to class. As Kirishima and Izuku walk with each other, as they're talking, they're talking in a way as Kira and Mina saw that as they're confused, like, what's going on? Like, did we walk into a bizarre reality? As Mina's like, I really don't know, Kara. It seems like Kim and Kirishima are cool, I guess. As Kara sighs as she goes in the classroom, as she stops by her brother's desk. Me and you need to talk after class. As Kirishima's, really, sis? Really? As, fine. As, she sits down as they go through the class. Sorry. As they go through their lesson. As it's the end of it's the end of the day. The bell rang. As Izuku gets up, as he leaves, as Kirishima's about to get up, as his sister dragged back in his seat, as they wait for everyone to leave, as they begin to have their discussion, as Izuku goes out in the field, looking through the window where Kirishima's at, you can see that whole area. So whatever Izuku does, it's visible. So as he's waiting for this supposed, battle that he's supposed to partake with these misguided quirk people. I see you guys finally show up. Whoa, you brought a lot of people with you today. This is becomes even more interesting by the minute. As Izuku sees a whole group of guys that apparently he brought together to take down Izuku. As it's about, let's say about like, I don't know, like I want to do it like not a extreme degree, but it has to be extreme enough to be cool. So Yeah, I'm baked right now, so yeah, I'm gonna do whatever. So, let's say about 15. Screw it. Fuck it. Let's say there's 20 people there. You should have stayed in your lane, you kid. What happens now? It's all your fault. Oh, you're boasting for someone who lost. All right. I quite enjoy pounding you, so I guess I could do it again. As he gestures his fingers at air caution, gestures his fingers to bring it. As everyone charges, as Izuku rushed forward, saw as he jumps up, punches someone in the face. As someone gets behind him, as nails him the side of the face. As he elbows him in the back of the head. Well, he elbows him in the side of the head, grabs his head with his two hands, jumps up and knees him in the face. As he starts blasting him with his his energy ability, where he's able to shoot out energy blasts out of his hands. As he charges both hands, as the bright red energy starts to glow brighter, as Izuku smiles. Let's see how you handle this, boys. As he slams his hands, he slams his hands on the ground as the burst of energy blasts all around him. As all the people that were near him go flying. As several of them hit the ground pretty hard, and some of them hit a couple trees. Come on, boys. Is this what your precious quirk has to offer? I'm disappointed. Figure you put much of a better fight than this. We cut to Kirishima and his sister and Mina as she. What the hell is with you and Izuku? You two hanging out. Izuku doesn't hang out with anyone. As I don't know, sis. I mean, he's different, I guess. I mean, he's not like total hostile anymore. I don't know what's up with him, but he's not friendly, but he's a good guy. As I highly doubt that, brother. Really, he's not that bad, actually. Once you get past that whole superior complex he has a little going on over there in his attitude, he's not a bad person. And and judging by the way he told him how his mom raised him, I'm not surprised he's not even more violent. As I mean, it's like Kara, you might want to look out the window. Apparently, Ezekiel over there. By the looks of it, he's beating all their asses. As Kira's like, what you mean? As Kirishima looks out the window as he sees Ezekiel battling 20 odd goons, or people that the bullies, sorry, the bullies that he wrecked the last time he was at school. Gathered a whole bunch of people to take on Ezekiel. We go to Ezekiel, as he's battling several people at once, as they're getting lucky hits off him, as his face is a little, dirty a little bit, as Ezekiel pounds him, as someone was about to go hit him from behind, as Ezekiel saw the corner of his eye, as he's about to go and do a kick, but as Kirishima, Amina stayed out of it because she doesn't want to get in, yeah, she doesn't want to hurt people, so. And she knows Kirishima and his sister could handle it. Ezekiel punched a guy in the face as Kira and Ezekiel are back to back. And it's like, I'm shocked to see you here. What's the surprise? And she's like, shut up and fight. As Izuku and he sees Kirishima as Kirishima, gives him a gesture that he's here to be at. He's here to rumble. As Izuku gives him a nod, as they go start beating on the rest of the stragglers. It comes to the point where there's only the guy, the leader, left. He's like, damn it. As he's like, where is he? He's late. As he's like, it doesn't matter. You're gonna lose no matter what, new kid. As he finally sees the figure behind him, as someone walks out, as Izuku eyes, as he gets a serious look. Took you long enough. I paid you some good money. Shut up. This is no longer a quirk person's issue. This is a seed issue now. Stay out of it, and I might not kill you. As he's walking towards the yard, as Izuku, stay out of this, both of you. As Kirishima's like, why, man? This is a seed issue. Hello, number two. Well, hello, grand number one. Izuku Rosefield. What are you doing here? Can't you guess? Your reign has gone long enough. It's time for a new number one. Oh, I see. Time to take my title. Very well, number two. I have no problem beating you down again. You're more than welcome to try. All those kids, before I continue on, they all had trash quirks, so it was no problem for the rest of especially Izuku. So yeah, he had no problem with them. He could have just summoned Zero and ended it right then and there, but he wanted to have some fun. And he purposely let himself get hit because he was just curious. Well, he had no choice in the matter because he was jumping in with 20 people, and he didn't want to use any of his energy on speed. So he could easily blitz them pretty fast. So he's pretty fast when he wants to be. He just wanted a good fist fight when it came down to it. Then when he got bored, he started using his energy blast technique that he does. So how you want to play this, number two? One-on-one seed summon battle? You don't have a seed summon. Well, you haven't been up to date, have you? Zero. As Zero appears, yes, master. Now, the ball in your ballpark. As the seed summoner, well, basically what he is, as he summons a robotic praying mantis, as it gets in a fighting, as it charges, as Zero blitz, as Izuku's like, destroy it, as she blitz it, as the praying mantis goes in a swing, as she immediately draw her blade, cutting that arm off as she slices the other one. As Zero makes her hand to a fist, points it at the praying mantis, point blank range, as a cannon forms on her hand, as she charges, as she destroys it like completely, point blank range, as the seed summoner is screaming in pain, as he felt that every bit of it. As Zero jumps backwards, does a flip, and lands next to Izuku as she's kneeled down. Good job, Zero. Anything else, sir? Anything else, Master Izuku? That is for now. Sorry to bring you out here for so trivial matters. No, it's fine, Master. He did challenge your ranking. Very well, Zero. That is all. As she disappears, as Kirishima and Mina, seeing it up close is it's weird. It's like as Mina like this, Mina rushes over there. It's like she was outside watching it, so make sure if anything happened, she would have barged in. But anyways, and she's like, what type of ability was that?" As Izuku's like, "It was a seed summon. That's what we seeds do. We have certain abilities, but we able all seeds get certain abilities depending on what summon they have." Now you might excuse me, Mina. I have some more. I have to finish my business with him now. As Izuku walks over to him, having a grin on his face. Well, well, well. Seems like you failed number two. As he's still in pain, as Izuku kicks him in the stomach, as he grinds his back of his heel into dude's stomach. The nerve of you thinking you could challenge me. I'm number one for a reason. You will always be number two. As he kicks him again. And the reason you lost number two, it's a simple pure fact. I'm better than you, and always will be. So stay in your lane. You might be a seed, but that doesn't mean I won't put you down. Painfully. In more creative ways. I'm quite creative when it comes to inflicting pain on people. Just keep that little reminder behind your head. Keep that little reminder around the next time you decide you want to take my tile from me. Loser. As he kicks him in the face, knocks him out. Well, that was fun. Jimmy's like, will that guy be okay? Oh, yeah, he'll be fine. He does felt all that pain all at once when his summon was destroyed. As Izuku's putting a front up, he's very tired. He hasn't summoned. It takes a lot out of him. Summoning his summon for the first time. He hasn't really been mastering it too much. It's still fairly new to him. So it takes a lot of energy out. As Izuku is, walking. As he, is about to fall over as Kira catches him. And she's like, just give me a second. I'm just tired. As they, get him to the nurse's office. Kirishima's like, "You right, man?" "Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it." And she's like, there's a blonde girl been following us for a while. As Izuku's like, "Yeah, she's been following me around ever since I had an encounter with her. Don't mind her." As Izuku doesn't really care. She never caused any problem towards him, but ever since that day, the interaction, she's been following him around. Doesn't that creep you out, man? That's kind of stalkerish. I'm like, she doesn't bug me, so I really don't care. As they get to the nurse's office, as the nurse asks what happened, as Izuku gave the explanation. "You kids, in your little battle royals, fine." As she gave her over, she checked over Izuku, as she has some sort of healing quirk. As she heals him, it's like, just don't just don't come in here daily. I don't really need to work. It interrupts me and my soaps. As she waves them off. As Izuku walking out with Kirishima and the rest, as they're out the front of the gate, As he gives you a phone call. Hi, Mom. Yeah, I'm still at school. You're what? You sent a driver? Okay, I understood. As he hangs up, well, as the car pulls up, well, it seems I have to take my leave, you guys. As fun as it has been, and thanks for coming in. That was did not expect. I did not expect that from, especially from people with, especially quirk people, but especially you a lot. Thanks, I guess, as he's like, as you know. Oh yeah, if you need anything, Kirishima, you got my number. Just don't make a habit of it. As he's like, yeah, see you later. As he gets out of as he gets in the car, as he drives off. As Kira grabs onto Kirishima, I want to know exactly what everything you guys talked about. A more detailed explanation when we get home. Fine, sis. As they go off, as they take Mina home, and as they go back to their home, and we're gonna stop it there. Hope you guys have a good night and day, judging my time zones. All right, bye.